Easily my most popular series I have on YouTube is my Tmux series. And one of the big weapons I've used with Tmux is using a console-based browser. And in those episodes, I went over Elinks, which I still really like a lot. But I just can't get it to work and get newer versions compiled. They still are working on it, but just on Mac OS, like I haven't gotten it to compile. And I know a pretty good amount of tricks to, and troubleshooting things to get it, and it's just some of the newer versions aren't compiling. And the problem is that some SSL sites aren't working. Now I love the concept that that Elinks has with the smart bookmarks or the smart URLs and the dumb URLs, and I have that in the episode. But I really just needed to get to certain sites, and the SSL thing was becoming too much of a problem. Like there was some really, again, look, when you're using the console-based browser, you're using it a lot for documentation sites, like Mozilla's developer network for JavaScript stuff is the go-to, and it does not work. Some of Tailwind's site does not work because of the SSL issue on Elinks. What I went to is I went to research it. I went to w3m, and it's really working fine so far. Though I do miss the smart URLs and the dumb URLs. But anyway, I want to just talk about my transition to it. I'm going to leave in the description this link, because this is a really good link. NTM Labs. They have some really good stuff too. Like, I loved a lot of the articles, like the quick presentations in Markdown with Pandoc and slide presentations in seconds from plain text. There's some really good stuff in here. But anyway, this w3m tricks of the trade. Excuse me, I'm swallowing a lot. But I pretty much took everything here. So the installation in Mac is easy. It's just a brew install. Okay, w3m. And everything comes in. It's totally fine. At its most basic, you just do this from the command line and you pass a URL in. Hold that. And bang, it pops up. So what I liked about this article is it's heavy with like Vim. Like Vitaly also uses Vim. So a lot of this stuff I just took. So I made key map settings. Your stuff goes in, let me just quit out of here. There'll be in your home directory, a w3m directory. And yeah, you got your config file, your key map file. Those are ones I changed and added this stuff in. Didn't do too much different. Let me go over one really important thing though. If you're coming from Elinks, I made a couple of bash functions. So I have a bash functions, and they're right here. So you can stop it here and take a look at these. These were really useful because I wanted something that mimicked Elinks. Elinks, again, these smart URLs that you could just, with one letter, type G like I have in the video, and then your search term, and bang, you're already there at your Google search. You can do, so these two functions here in Bash, this one does like I'm a lucky, what is that? I'm a lucky, I feel lucky Google search. So it takes you to the first hit, and that can be very useful, like, when you're searching for, like something you're going to get Mozilla Developer Network if you're doing for like a JavaScript thing. Or I guess actually they're not even the first link right now. But there's a lot of things where you really just want the first Google link. So that's what this one is. Then there's just a generic Google search, which is the the go -G. So that kind of just works like this. Let's get out of this in Tmux. So I'll just do go G and like JavaScript promises. Okay. So that gives me the same kind of Elinks feel. It doesn't seem like w3m has anything like that. They have macros and things like that, which you can see in the article, but I just couldn't find anything where I could really shortcut my searches, or maybe I'll make more links for like a documentation, like Ruby documentation or something like that. Yeah, but I just could not find that. There is some, again, these macros that I think you could do that with. So I may look more into that. It looks like you can pipe in some stuff. But yeah, I might look more into that. But in the meantime, you can go with these bash functions, and it gives you that Elink style. And there's some things that are cool. Like I use a lot, like escape key L. I just hit. Then I just can like quickly. I'm using J and K, Vim up and down keys, and then I can just kind of go. Oh, here we go. Here's the MDM. Yeah, you can see that the first hit would be Google's developer Google site, which is fine. But like the MDN site's right down here. So I just quickly got a list of links. Boom, I'm there. It has, again, Vim style binding, so I'm using J and K. I can hit the space key and go down, Control D and go down. You can just search with a slash. Like, let me just do like example. Well, it's not found. How about constructor? So boom, it finds constructor, and I'll just kind of go into Vim copy and paste mode if I need to paste something. So yeah, really like it so far. Very fast. I just like that it's easier to install. Of course, it's like, and then plus they have really good like image support. Now, I don't think I'd use any of that. There's no JavaScript support, which we don't care about because we're using this mostly for documentation and staying out of the main browser. So you're staying all in the console mode, so you can focus your attention. And I'll probably just continue to port over some of those smart, like I have a thesaurus lookup, like I'll probably port that over. I'll make that, yeah, I just hit the quit key. So one thing you have to do is like you have to quit, and then I redo a search right there, because it's still faster than to go to Google or to go to, like whatever search engine you want to go to. Like, then is to just do this. But like what I was saying is I'll probably add a bunch of bash functions here. I'll probably generalize this. I actually had to use Ruby here, so I don't know. I just thought the bash solutions for making like params, URL params, was like really difficult. So I always have Ruby running on each shell. And if you have like Python or something, you might want to look at it because it just took a bit of code to do it in bash. So like, yeah, I thought I'd probably make like a thesaurus lookup and other kind of bash functions to continue to get that Elinks functionality. Okay, that's an update on that, how I'm using it, and yeah, I encourage you to do as well. Thanks for watching.